Now, they signed Marlon Mack to the practice squad, which I don't know. Marlon Mack's interesting to me. I was really high on him coming out of college, and I tweeted this out just, I don't know why, to bother people, but we traded the pick. We could have got Marlon Mack originally, but the 49ers traded up to go get Joe Williams to the Colts, and the pick that we originally had that the Colts fell back to, they got Marlon Mack. So there we go. It all comes full circle, right? Undo the curse.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it feels like that's just a day of what it is because we also get, the offensive lineman as well, Ishmael that we get, and he was a part of the Trent Williams trade as far as draft capital. So it's an interesting day overall. But yeah, Marlon Mack is somebody that I've been high on. I know he was somebody early on in free agency that I wanted the Niners to go ahead and get. Now he comes to the team. He's a natural fit for what they do on offense. So to me, it makes sense, and he's an experienced guy because right now, behind Jeff Wilson Jr., you have two very inexperienced running backs, even though both are big and physical guys. At least Marlon Mack brings the ability that he's the one guy on the roster can get 1,000 yards rushing in a season because he's done it before.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. He's had a lot of issues. And when he tore his Achilles in 2020, we haven't really seen him come back to what he, quote unquote, was. But again, he's on the practice squad. Do you think he'll be activated this week? I don't think he will.
I don't think so. But the way Kyle Shanahan has phrased things with the running back room was that Jordan Mason and TDP weren't doing the things without the football. Everyone's been coming over to comment on my videos and stuff and saying, hey, Jeff Wilson Jr. only got 2.9 yards a carry. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not all playing running back in the NFL means. You have to be able to pass protect. You have to be able to do a lot of different things. And those are things right now those young guys are still learning. If they were able to do those things, I'm sure they'd be pressing Jeff Wilson Jr. But until they are, Kyle Shanahan's going to stick with his guys. That's just who he is.
And man, with Jeff Wilson in there, he's used almost as a lead blocker more than anything else. That's when they motion Debo back, and then Jeff Wilson goes and he's the fullback. I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, okay, let me ask you this. Let's say the 49ers get 30 carries. I asked Wayne this earlier too. Let's say we got 30 carries. How do you divvy those out for week 2? How would you, as the coach, say? And sorry about my voice. I was yelling too much at the game this weekend. But how do you divvy up those carries out of 30?
Yeah, I think that you're looking at Jeff Wilson Jr. getting 12 to 15. Debo Samuel's probably going to have an uptick. I know he got, what did he get, 8? I think this last time. I think that's 8 to 10 for Debo Samuel, and then the rest split between TDP and Jordan Mason. I think that's kind of how they roll. Because Debo's probably going to take over a lot of the third down back role. You're going to see him in that category, which means, little plays up the middle and things are going to go to him, things you would normally have saw from JaMychal Hasty. So I think that's how they're going to divvy it up. It's going to be Debo. It's going to be Jeff Wilson Jr. And then sprinkling a little Brandon Ayuk and a little bit of Ray McCloud on some things to get to the edge. And I think there's your run game.
Man, it's plus all the Trey Lance carries. Good God.
Yeah.
I go back and forth because it's such a crucial piece of the 49ers offense. He got 6 out of 17 first downs on the ground, which was terribly efficient. Can you afford to kind of lose that?
The 49ers Rush Podcast.